Okay, so I did a good bit of work on Mama Cat here. If you can see, I went ahead and did a lot of stuff on that because, I mean, I didn't think you wanted to watch me make little tiny brush strokes all over the cat. But I put the tabby fur in. I kind of think I would have rather done the elbow there a little bit differently, but you know, it is what it is. And like I said, if you don't get it perfect, nobody's going to die, I promise. Let's go ahead and get started on the kitten. I want to get some of the darks that belong in the kitten on here. Some dark brown right there, and some dark brown right here on the eye. He's asleep. This little kitty. And he looks like he's just smiling because he's got mama. He's got mama right there. That's where you want to have mama. You want to be a mama's boy, you gotta have your mama right there. All right, let's see here. So he's got some darker areas up here, just like Mama Cat. And right there by his eye, just like Mama Cat. And right along the nose. Right along that nose. And he's got a little pink nose, so I want to give him that little pink nose. Not too terribly red, but pink. Just right in there. Just some cute pink. Okay, and then he's got some pink comes down here as well. I don't know. They're just, when they're babies, they've got more pink. All right, and then we want to get the stripes on his fur going. So let's see where those tend to be. First of all, they're on his paw here. Let's just make the stripes, and then I consistently had too much water on my brush here. We'll come back and just kind of put the fur in at some point. And then he really darkens up right here. He's got a little darker fur just right along his jawline and right in there. His fur's darker. He doesn't have quite as many distinctive stripes as Mama Cat. So we're going to just darken up the fur right in here, and then with very gentle strokes, I'm just going to indicate that it is fur after all. I don't want it to look like I just put a blob of darker color right there. So this is a little bit of a tedious painting to do, but also kind of fun because when you're done, you have this really cool painting of an animal, and you realize, you know what, I could probably do my own cat or my own dog, or somebody, a friend's cat or dog. I actually did that once for a friend whose dog passed, and she was just so grateful for it, and you know, she thanked me profusely for the portrait of the dog. And it wasn't that hard. I mean, it was not easy, but it wasn't that hard. So now let's get his little cheek right here. I've got a little portion that's darker. There. And then all down in here is really pretty dark. I want to get two different colors going there. And there are stripes, but they're more subtle. If I leave some light spaces, that might help indicate where some of the stripes are. Like so many striped animals, it takes on its own unique pattern. So that looks a little bit weird. Let's see, his little rump is pretty much all orange. So I'm gonna do that. And then just pull it down like this. I mean, that looks pretty good. That's pretty much the way it looks. And then he's got this little tiny baby tail. Now what I want to do, this part is just all, this part's really not striped. So let me grab a little color. And we're just gonna make it like that. His little tail doesn't have too many stripes on it either, but yeah, he's just a little baby. So his stripes are smaller. There we go. I hope that's not glaring on you. And then his feet are a fairly light yellow. So let's just come back with a fairly light version of that. Yellow. Just got and his little toes. Oh my goodness, those toes. Those little toe beans. If you have a cat, you probably talk to your cat the way I do, you know. Oh, look at these little adorable toe beans and stuff like that. They look at you like, lady, you do realize I'm a grown cat, right? I mean, you know, I'm not a baby, I'm not an infant. You do realize that, huh? I used to have a cat that would give me a look, man. He would give me a look like, I can't believe you're talking to me like I'm a newborn. They can do that too, you know, they can really just give you a look. Okay. And that's the bottom of his little toes. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to say, I'll finish this another time. I'll come back to it and I'll look at it again later and try to figure out what I need to do. But I'm almost to that point now, and I want, you know, this brush holds a lot of water. I want to leave it walk away and come back and then kind of finish it out later with a fresh eye. That's so important. It's so important to take yourself away from it for a minute, or even for a day or two, and come back with a fresh eye and look and see what you could do to really make things stand out. But this is for me right now, it's almost done. I don't know how much more I need to do on it, but I will walk away and perhaps later we'll figure it out. All right, so I've let it sit for a little while, and now what I'm going to do is go back and really work in some of the shadows that I think need to be dark. And to do that, I'm going to use this paint here. This is my Winsor & Newton. Some of it's cotton, some of it's professional, but you know, this should do the trick. I want some much darker shadows because the original cat has some pretty dark shadows right in here, as well as the fact that if you don't put the dark shadows in, it doesn't make the light parts stand out, and you want the light parts to stand out. I think the light is shining this way, so that's why I'm putting the shadows underneath the parts that are out of the light. Right under here, under his little paw. And I think I'm gonna get this a little bit darker as well. It does dry a little lighter, so it won't be quite this dark when it dries, but I still think it'll benefit from this glazing, which is what this is called. There's already color down. And when you put more color down, you're basically just glazing over the color that you already have. There's a dark shadow right here where his leg or her leg is underneath. And it kind of goes out that way. Let's see, any other places? I also want to add a little bit of quinacridone gold, which I think is one of the most beautiful colors. Truly, it's just so pretty. I want to add a little bit of that to the fur. I just made a mark right there. And let's get this right here, a little bit darker. My hand is so unsteady. I don't know about you. Right when you want it to be nice and steady, it'll go crazy. It'll go wobbly on you. All right, this is quinacridone gold right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Kind of, well, kind of. It looks kind of orange almost on the, you know, in my little well here that has the paint in it. But it goes on this beautiful golden color. And I think it would be perfect for the cat's fur. So I just want to make a few more little marks here for the fur. And this is really just small work. You're working with just little fur, little hairs. But you get the stripes. You basically get the stripes down as a solid swipe of the brush, and then you come back and you add these little bits of fur, and it really makes the cat come to life. I think it does anyway. And the gold is going to be so pretty on her. And then we've got just a little bit under here, under her elbow. She's such a pretty girl. I've got two cats. One is a calico, and she might actually be more of a Turkish van than a calico, but she's not long-haired enough, I don't think. So I think she's probably calico. And the other one is an orange tabby, but he's a boy. He's a great big boy. My goodness. They love to torment each other. They don't love each other. I wish they did. I wish I could get this scene, you know, I wish they would actually hug each other and be nice, but they're not. So this is what we're doing. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna do this all over the whole surface of the cat. You don't need to. All you need to do is indicate fur. And I think that's a big thing in watercolor painting, or in any painting really, is sometimes you don't need to paint every tiny detail. You just need to indicate what's there. And people's eyes, their brains will fill in the rest. But this little bit, excuse me, this little bit of fur makes your eye see the cat as being very furry and soft. I also want to get a nice shadow right in there, so let's go for that. Just right over here. Right along there, because you want to differentiate the tail from the rest of her. Okay, what do you think? I think that's about all I need to do. That's what I did for the fur. The whole cat was like that. That's why I didn't film all of that, because I thought that would be kind of boring to just watch me do that. But yeah, I'm gonna call it done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you try painting an animal. It's really not that hard, especially if you're willing to trace it, which is what I did. I did not draw this freehand. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll give it a try.